You see, so y'all see this completely different from what it was. I'm sure you Onalaska people remember, but for everybody else who just watching my video and don't live here, see if we locked it up before we went in. Yep, good job. Door is locked. You know it's running. There we go. Which is good because you got an AR and a shotgun in there. I don't know, whoever this officer is, besides the engine running, which, you know, if there's an emergency, he needs to be able to leave quickly, so I can understand that. But really good job keeping all the paperwork hidden, you know. I don't know if y'all remember that car in Humble. You could read the names. You could read all the paperwork, and that's people's. You know, it had an address, social. You know, I didn't zoom in with the camera, but I could read it just from standing outside the window without a camera. So anybody who wanted to steal that person's ID, all they had to do was go by that police car at that point in time, and they would have all the information to do it. Yeah. Camera with the camera. Here we go. What the fuck? What was on the camera? I'm knocking. Guess I'll knock on the front door. But hey, boss.
Can I help you with something?
I was just wanting to come up here. Do you mind if I get your name and badge number?
It's Officer Prince, 604.
Simon Prince?
Are you Mr. White?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Nice to meet you.
I figured that was you when I seen you walking in the room.
Yeah. You work. How many officers do y'all have at night? Just you.
One.
And that's on the weekends too?
Yes.
Okay. Were you working last week? Wednesday?
Yeah. Why?
You were on Wednesday? You get a call to a former officer's house?
Mm-hmm.
What ended up happening with that call? Or just
Not at liberty to discuss it, man. That's going to the DA.
it's an ongoing investigation? Yeah. Okay. So I got some bad info then. I was told that nothing happened with it.
No, there was an attempt. I was advised not to make an arrest and forward it to the DA. Let the DA make the ultimate decision.
Okay, I see. I see where the confusion is with the person that let me know.
Absolutely.
You know that you're missing a lug nut on your car?
Yeah, we were told. Yeah, our this is actually the day Tahoe. The night Tahoe's down. When I was driving, actually, when that call went out, having to go deal with that situation, I had driven into my driveway. Was going to go in and see my sister was at the house, and my Tahoe died on me. I couldn't get it cranked.
And then you got to call a tow truck at your house. You're like,
yeah.
Why is the car here?
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
Man. Yeah, I bet that was bad. Where's your name badge?
It broke.
Oh.
Yeah, I got to get another one. I got to order one. I had one on order and they back ordered it, so I got to get another one.
Almost that same cross up here.
Yep. I got that done when I was working for TDC back in about 2011.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. How long have you been so you were working for TDC in 2011. How long have you been a licensed officer?
Since 14.
Since 14?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you think about Onalaska?
I've lived off and on here since about 2004. I like it out here. This is where my family is. My parents live out here. I've got full custody of my daughter now.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, let's kind of I guess you get state troopers and deputies that come out and talk to you sometimes. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This end of the week, the guys that work for the county and the troopers are really good if I need backup.
Yeah, but I guess it's not that big either. I mean, total, if you look at
I don't think it might be close to 3 square miles right here. Might be a little bit less than that. I hadn't looked that up. But, it's not a whole lot of area for us to cover, but we do have a pretty good call load usually.
Okay. And From what I understand, the call out was a terroristic threat
On who?
on Wednesday.
Oh,
No,
it was called out as a disturbance or what they call a disorderly from the county.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, was it at his residence or yeah? Okay. And it was Officer Gregson, correct? All right. But it got forwarded to the DA, so
Yes, my report's already been done. I submitted it for it to be approved by the sergeant. I haven't seen whether or not that has happened, but that's as much as I can basically say without destroying the investigation itself.
Right. The sergeant Tammy Heath.
No, she is not my supervisor.
So who's the other? I only see one sergeant on the roster.
Because we just it's been in the last couple of months we promoted another.
Okay. Do you mind giving me his name?
It's Sergeant Mark Nichols.
Nichols. Okay, yes, I've heard that name before. All right. Yeah, I was wondering, y'all had at the time that I'm doing another story on some stuff that happened over here with Tammy and mother, and at that time, it went from basically, patrol officer, Tammy, and then chief, and that was it.
I think that might be an old roster that you got in the hold of.
Well, no, I'm saying at that time there was the captain. Captain came the day after.
Yes.
Du Bois, or however you say it.
Yes.
Du Bois. And she was the only sergeant. So, basically patrol officers and,
Right.
I did think it was kind of funny. The day after that happens, they get, because now there's supposed to be an investigation. I believe I talked to, why do I have such a hard time with his name? Du Bois?
Du Bois.
Du Bois.
Yes, sir.
I talked to him and he said he had concluded his investigation. I don't know. My big thing is, if you weren't an officer and we got in an argument and I say, or either one of us say that the other one pulled a hair, they're going to, at that time, they're going to look for stuff.
Right.
I bet they didn't even ever, Miss Lambert, from the time she got arrested, she came straight over here and made a complaint saying basically the same thing Tammy was saying, just the opposite, that it was the other person that was attacking and everything. And I don't know, I don't think it's right that she went to jail for 2 days and had to come out of pocket for the bonds and everything. And Tammy, as far as I know, never missed a day of work. I just don't think that's right. And then she's at a school too. And if, I've talked to probably 3 or 4 people that have moved out of Polk County because they were, it seems like Tammy has a thing with females, like as far as giving them a hard time. I won't ask you to comment on, I'm just.
I don't know much about it anyways, other than that, basically what you know.
Right.
That's it. So that's another one I know. It's at the DA's office. And I can't really talk on it.
Yeah. I just think it's crazy that, I don't know. So you started and you said 14?
I've been a cop since 14, yes.
Did you start with Onalaska?
No, sir.
Okay.
I came here in November of last year.
November last year. Do you mind if I ask where you were before?
Absolutely. I worked for Cleveland PD for the first almost 2 years that I became a cop. Then I went to work for Tyler County for almost 5 years. Went to Sanjak for a couple months and had a chance to get my daughter full time. And she goes to school here in Onalaska, and I thought it would be the perfect situation to be able to be closer to my daughter. And it works out if I want to go to her school functions and stuff like that. For me to be right here if I'm on duty, I can stop by and see one of her games or a band concert or something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yes, sir.
And it probably works out with you being the evening shifts. Most of the stuff the school does is usually early anyways.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about your new captain? I mean, I guess that's not a good question. Yeah, I know how you're going to answer because I don't know. My interactions with him have all been great. I mean, he's been a real, I felt like he was a genuine person. I came up here to ask him about a party that happened for graduation class, class 106, the police academy. It was the same class that the Fire Marshal Lee Parrish, his wife, graduated in.
Okay.
The party was I guess the night before Mother's Day. They went out to the woods and had a party, and I know that there was a female at this party that said I hit the side of her car and was gonna taser the bitch in the face, but then I saw her kids in the back freaking out, so I just tried to yank the bitch out by her hair.
I know nothing about that.
Yeah, and it sounds eerily similar to what Miss Lambert says happened. I was told in the information I got that it was Tammy and that DuBose was there. And then I got more confirmation from other places. I don't know, you're an officer. When you go to people and you say, I got video of you doing this, I mean, you roll your eyes when they sit there and lie to you. And then at that time, I didn't know for sure he was lying to me. But at the same time, he's an officer. Once the goose is cooked, you get it out of the oven and you got to deal with it, you know?
Absolutely.
But it's nice to finally meet. I don't want to keep you or anything.
No, you're good. I've been waiting to actually run into you at one point or another.
Yes, sir.
Get it out of the way.
The pasture's good and okay? It was I don't even know. I meant to call when we talked on the phone. It was about the church.
Yes, sir. After I called him back and I let him know what was going on, he was 100% okay with the situation. But I'm not sure about their cameras and nothing like that over there. He wasn't even real sure about it himself. I don't think he's going to pastor there very long, actually. So we're still trying to get all that stuff figured out.
Yeah, and it is the church over here that I ended up calling.
Yes,
I meant to call that one there.
Behind us here.
Yeah,
okay.
Because I was trying to get a shot of where the incident happened.
Right, I understand.
Because it's right in a blind spot. The school doesn't have a shot of it at all.
Right, I understand.
Well, you stay safe.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother. You be safe, too.
Have a good night. Like I've said before, I don't know exactly what happened. I just know what Miss Lambert just told me and what her children have told me. I interviewed all three on the 3rd. Miss Lambert got out the night of the 2nd. She went in first thing in the morning on April Fool's Day. And stayed there until late on the 2nd. And then I did my interviews with her and her 2 daughters on the 3rd. I still haven't put those out mostly just because, just so you can see the personality behind the 2 sisters mainly. But man, as soon as she starts talking about, when it changes from first person view to what her children had to witness an officer do to her, you can see that her blood starts boiling. It's kind of funny. Like I said about the lady in my first video, the mama bear, yelling all that stuff out at me when I was up here recording that first day. She's just a mama bear. That's what they're supposed to do. Protect their young. Dad's the same way. I don't blame her one bit. She didn't get out of the car and actually approach me or anything. She stayed in her vehicle and essentially made threats from her vehicle. But she wanted to make sure that if I was up to no good, I knew that there was at least one mom that was going to make sure I paid for it. And you can see that in Miss Lambert when she's talking about herself and the things she went through. There's a complete disconnect from when she talks about her kids having to watch it. And then you got Kaylee, who is a sweetheart and is just she's very upset about the whole thing. She doesn't understand, an officer that she sees every day at school and who, up until that moment, she considered a friend. You know how 9-year-olds are. Everybody's your friend. Attacked her mom and she witnessed it. It really upset her. And so she's kind of scared and glad she's glad school is over. Natalie, on the other hand, the younger one, the 8-year-old, that girl is a firecracker. the first day I talked to her, she told me that when they came to, a friend of their mom's dropped them off at the next few days at the school, so that even after Miss Lambert got out of jail, so that there just wouldn't be any more issues. And she told me she wanted to punch the officer in the nose when she saw her that next day. And I'm like, little girl, that's what they charged her mom for, and she didn't even actually punch them. Now, you better be careful doing that stuff, having that mentality, and trying to explain to both of them that not all officers are like that, you know, and that's something you learn over time sometimes, you know. But if you're timid and you every time you see an officer you head the other way, or if you're just super pissed off and every time you see an officer you just want to punch him in the nose, so you decide not to engage, I mean, you're never going to know that there are other kinds of officers out there. Unfortunately, things like this, you know, law enforcement has a legitimate need in society. Unfortunately, I would love it if we didn't need the police. We could just, you know, get rid of police. Most police officers would probably agree that they wish they didn't have a job. They've seen some stuff that they would rather have never seen. Sides of humans that most of us are shielded from. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Oh man, looks like Mr. Boyce. Rose. Not bad. Not a bad job. You can see the tape and float though. What about what you would expect from a municipality? Terrible. They made cuts all around the door and everything. They do it on both. You get camera layer watching and everything. Hey, Captain.
What's up? What's
up? Wednesday, well, I guess it would be last Wednesday. Did all the stuff get forwarded over to the DA for that call on Officer Gregson? Did all that stuff get forwarded over to about Officer Gregson Wednesday last week?
I don't know. I don't know if the chief's already read it. I hadn't seen it yet. No.
Okay, from Officer Prince.
Mm-hmm. But I hadn't read the case yet or not.
Can I ask
know if the chief did or not?
Let me try to get those out. Can I ask what's up with the IDs on the board? The IDs on the board?
The ID? Well, sometimes people lose them or they bring them in. We'll try to contact them and stuff like that.
If he wants information on that, he's gotta make a public information request, and he goes to the mayor's office.
The Gregson thing?
Mm-hmm.
Were you able to forward that over to the DA? I got to make a request for that too.
Gotta make a request. Or talk to the mayor about it. What about this recording? Maybe you got the recording?
I've got it. I can't do nothing with it though.
Why can't you do nothing with it?
Technically I sold it.
You sold it.
And that's all I can say about it. I can't even, I can still mention what was in it, but as of right now, I've been advised that I can't say nothing about it. So, it's one of those things. I don't know. Probably gonna have to get voice samples and all that. If this goes, they go to try to charge Miss Lambert. Had to get voice samples and all that, and comparisons and experts and all that crap. I don't know. I don't know how Miss Lambert would be able to do it, but there's a will, there's a way, right?
If there's a recording.
Come on now. Man, see?
If there's a recording. You want to post this stuff, but, you have no evidence.
I should have posted that before. The problem is that without video, it's just a voice. And I guess I could put it out there and see how many people recognize that voice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you go in there and you make those remarks and stuff about a video, and then you have no proof.
Well, no, it's not about a video. It's about a recording.
Well,
it's an audio recording. I still have it. I just don't.
People still want to hear it, though.
Absolutely.
If you got it, let's hear it.
I can't.
Huh?
We got to wait to see what happens with all this. All this stuff.
Okay.
I sold my rights to it, I guess.
Sold your rights. Okay. It kind of don't help our investigation if you know what I mean? So.
I know. And I don't know. There was supposedly lots of officers at the crawfish boil. We get a list of everybody that was there, give us everybody that should know the truth about it, Be interesting. Go find all of them and ask them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But if I had recording,
I thought about putting it out that first day.
I could investigate it with them, but, to me, it's just false accusation, because you have no proof. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand the position you're in, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand the position you're in with that. You can't really move on something that you just heard about.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. It's a shame you weren't at that party.
I don't go to that stuff. Too old for that. My wife and family I take care of.
It's kind of like.
I don't have time to go to them parties and stuff.
That's what Lee said. I just got through an operation on my back, and I was sitting in the car all night.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'll let you get back to work. I met some of your family just the other day. They didn't have the same last name though, but I think I met some of them out over the weekend.
Depends who they are. Depends who they are.
Well, I'm trying to talk them into, reaching out to you and maybe seeing,
What's the names?
I'll wait until they tell me if they're going to do anything or not. Then you'll know because they'll be calling you,
All
right, you have a good day. Y'all stay safe. And I truly mean that, guys. I don't want any officer hurt ever. This lady come and talk to me. Sorry?
Is it over at the park? You don't know the people at the park?
At the park, no. There's somebody at this park down here?
Yeah.
No, man. Why would it happen?
went to go get them some breakfast and they was gone. And so I was hoping y'all was together. But I got some breakfast and you had some breakfast.
Oh, you went to go get them breakfast?
Yeah.
That's you don't know them or anything?
No.
I was, stranger buying breakfast.
It looks like they was having a rough day. And,
Sorry. No, I'm actually trying to get information on the school resource officer. She attacked the mom with her 2 daughters in the back seat. Yeah.
there's some orange juice in here.
Oh wow, you even got donuts and everything. You actually, you know what? I'm good. But if you got time, you could run that by the PD? I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Thank you very much, though. That's pretty nice of you. Thank you. That's pretty awesome.